Alright, so apparently this clip is supposed to be hilarious, so we're gonna look at that. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. I'm currently still in a timeout thanks to YouTube's bad AI, but we're slowly going back. Hopefully on Tuesday, 2 p.m., I'll be free from jail again. Anyways, most controversial clip on the internet right now by Asmongold. Apparently, this was sent to me, so we'll look at it. That seems rather interesting. I don't know what to expect, actually, honestly. Huh. Let's look at it.
Do you remember there were a lot of people that...
Huh. IQ scores, Nigeria. Only 3% scored above 100, while another 3% scored above 80 and 90, respectively. The majority, 26%, scored 69, followed by 20% who scored 76. Was it below 80? Where you are considered, like, deficient? Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Huh?
were unhappy about things that I said about how there were IQ variances in the world.
Our candidate included a mix of young and old participants, male and female, as well as A-level student. Everyone who participated was above 16. Only 3% of the participants scored 102 and...
Correction, below 70. Wait. Intellectual disability, formally termed mental retardation, is generally defined by an IQ score below 70. Wait, what? So you're saying that, pardon my language here, you're telling me that almost 50% or above 50%, almost 50% of Nigerians that they asked, by the way, just that they asked, right, is like intellectually disabled? There's no way. Well, can you really call them intellectually disabled? Because they didn't have one of the most important, right? They didn't have the same developmental cycles as we did, right? Europeans and so far on, right? Because, like, they lacked one of the most core things, which was farming, essentially, agriculture. That's crazy, though.
Another 3% scored over 80 and over 90, respectively. Disappointingly, 52% of participants scored...
Never mind. It is over 50. I didn't really look at the numbers because they're blocked by chat. That's crazy.
...below 70, accounting for half of our candidates. Overall, the average score was 73, while the median was 69.
So everybody was saying and going about how wrong I was and about how I was stupid.
That's crazy, though. If that's real, that's crazy. That's kind of sad, though. Damn. That's crazy. That's very interesting, also.
Stupid, I'm a racist, I hate black people, etc. Well, I guess he is too. So this is the comment that I originally made that had 4 million people were angry at me. He called them low
IQ because the average IQ in Somalia is 68. Borderline mentally efficient. It's not racist, the fact. Another pathetic attempt to obscure reality to push a narrative. That's kind of crazy.
Low IQ because the average IQ in Somalia is 68, parentheses, borderline retarded. It's not racist, it's a fact. Another pathetic attempt to obscure reality and push a narrative. Everybody's...
Yeah, the reason why I'm not saying bad words, or try not to say bad words, well, technically already fucked up because I read it out, is because I'm on penalty. YouTube gave me a penalty, basically, for, you know, reacting to a video about a pred. And that was flagged for child safety. And now I'm cooked. Hopefully it comes back. It's not a... Funnily enough, it's not a strike or a warning. It's just there. It's sad.
Calling me racist and everything else. Well...
Just for context, Asmon was used
What? Case in point. Based on data often cited from 2012, from the 2012 book Intelligence, a Unified Construct for the Social Sciences by Richard Lynn and Tatu van Hanen. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And subsequent 2012 and 2013 studies, the requested estimates are average IQ Nigeria, approximately 2012, 69.45. Average IQ Somalia, approximately 2012, 67 to 71.8. Huh, it went up in this case. Huh, interesting.
using as basis one of the only studies ever done on Somalians' IQ, which also included Nigeria.
Whenever a white person come up with a report that's negative towards black people, they complain about racism. Our findings did not deviate from the report you find.
Surprise. Not everything is racist. Fork found in kitchen. You cannot dodge reality. You can't. You cannot avoid reality. Right? You can't. As harsh as that is, right? We have the global IQ scores. And that's fine too. This part hasn't had that much development in culture, right? This part. Due to late developments in agriculture, right? I watched a lot of stuff and read a lot of stuff about this. The main reason why Africa in general is behind is not due to colonization. It is due to the entering late into agriculture to a certain degree. Because if you constantly are focused on getting food, right? You don't have time for anything else, right? And considering how nourishing, in a way, depending on where you live in Africa, in many places, it is, right? There's like a lot of stuff you can hunt, right? A lot of stuff you can eat. There was no necessity for agriculture. While in other places, you needed agriculture because you'd get cooked by winter, so to speak. So most of this is actually based, right? The low IQ scores is actually a reason. The reason is late agriculture. They're gonna reach eventually the same point as everyone else, but as it has increased, right? But it will take a while for that to happen because, right? You had no agriculture, colonization happens, you get agriculture, right? They don't have agriculture technically for that long, if you want to go that far, right? But they never had the need to, which means they never focused on anything that was important, right? Like, written language, for example. They didn't have a written language. There wasn't much language spoken, right? We have like dozens of different terms for the same thing, right? In like more like European languages, right? And Asian languages to a degree as well, right? So it is rather interesting. It's basically the culture things that will help you develop, how do you say it? Develop into like more and more children being born more intelligent and higher IQ and more understanding, right? That wasn't needed because of how lush Africa was and still is in that regard. Basically, no agriculture, no high IQ scores is what I'm trying to say here.
On Google.
The reason why we don't have more research into this topic is because people are afraid of the conclusion. And it took a group from Nigeria to even do this research because no Western research group will touch this topic because they know the conclusion and they're afraid to find out.
This has nothing to do with racism. It's just developmental difference, right? It's just like regional differences. Just like everything else is like there's a lot of other regional differences. It's fine. Takes time.
And everybody knows it. Yet they will not even look at it. Nobody should be afraid from telling the truth, but now they are. Like, I got no problem. Like, listen, if this guy wants to come over to America and he can help contribute, great. I just don't want this guy here. I don't want him here. I want him to stay over there and talk about, you know, like spirits and demons and, you know, oh, wow, well, somebody's bald. That means their head has gold in it. Yeah, that's so true. So true. Stay over there.
Yeah, we're gonna open Asmongold's head. It's that simple. Yeah, that's interesting. I did not know how bad it truly was. Like, I knew I've seen the IQ map before, but like to have it confirmed by their own by the country that they live in themselves is rather interesting. Yeah, again, it all comes down to agriculture. Developmentally, they never needed it. It came through colonization. Now they're connected more to the more globally, depending on where you live, because there's countries where that's not the case. We still have a lot of countries where there are atrocities committed, like the mutilation of girls there and child marriage, right? Let's not forget that. But regardless, very interesting. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.